homeboy got her, pull down his pants, and have that stripper spank him. Welcome back to another review of 90 Day Fiance the other way. And if you like these videos, go ahead and hit that like button. If you feel like, you know what, I kind of want to see more of your videos, just hit that subscribe button and, you know, stay a while. You know, let's be friends. Let's have a conversation down in the comment section about these crazy couples that's on this show. Started off with Laura and Aladdin. So we catch Laura's son dropping some truth bombs on his mother, because it seems like she hasn't thought about a lot of these things, and her son is just like, you know what, I am scared about you going over to Qatar, because that is a male dominated environment, and I know you are strong-willed and you're not gonna take crap from anybody. You're gonna say some stuff that's gonna get you in trouble, and I'm afraid that you're gonna get in trouble, Mom. That's basically what Liam had to say to Laura, and she had to think about that, and she realized that his concerns are necessary, because she definitely should be thinking about all these things. After we hear Muhammad ask Alladin in the last episode about what he thinks the structure of his relationship is going to be like, knowing that this woman is American and he is from Tunisia, his whole culture that he's known all his life has been like the man wears the pants in this relationship, and he says what he says goes, and the wife is supposed to follow. And we see that Alladin actually do feel like what he says should go, and Laura should be able to follow that, and they're gonna have some issues in that department. We also find out that Alladin went ahead and blocked Laura because apparently she had a problem with some girl that he was talking to on social media. Laura, what do you expect? I guess this is not the first time he blocked her, because he already told Muhammad that that's what he does. Whenever she gets all jealous, he just blocks her from social media, and that's childish, and they need to work on that. He can't block her when she's there seeing him on Instagram or on Facebook or wherever. So he better get used to her saying something, or they just don't have the relationship. So let's talk about Devyn and Jihoon, because they're really the ones I wanted to talk about in this episode, because there's a lot going on there. Even though we only get like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of them in this episode, we see a lot when it comes to Devyn. We see that there is a reason why Drusilla acts the way that she acts, that Devyn is kind of like an adult version in many ways. The morning after Jihoon and his parents came to Las Vegas, we have Devyn making breakfast. And while she's making breakfast, the family comes in and they're saying good morning or whatever, and she asks them what do they usually eat for breakfast. And they told her that they usually eat rice and tofu soup and kimchi soup, stuff like that. And she's like, well, I'm making you an American breakfast. And I'm like, okay, I understand you want them to, you know, get a little taste of America while they're here, but if I'm hosting someone and they're from a different country, especially in her situation where she's trying to prove to them that she's worth their time, she's worth marrying their son, I thought she would at least go out and buy some tofu. Like, tofu you can get in just about every grocery store. Go in the freezer, there's tofu in there, okay? Get them something that they're not just gonna be dropped in this whole foreign style of eating for them. So she should have put out a little bit more effort. Or even rice. You can find rice everywhere. Girl, come on, try. You knew they were coming. At least learn how to cook rice if you don't know how to cook rice. So she's there frying up some bacon and making some eggs, and Jihoon's mom comes in because she's like, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, so I'm gonna try and help. And Devyn is just like,
I was supposed to be making a breakfast, not you.
I'm like, you could have gone about that with a lot more tact. That is the Drusilla side of you coming out. Like, you could have actually said, you know, I was gonna make this breakfast if your mom don't mind or something. No, her whole attitude changed. She started like just scrunching up her face towards Jihoon's mom. I'm like, you're trying to impress these people or what? What's going on here? Because to me it seems like you just want them to go along with whatever you say and that's it. But you're forgetting that you're trying to convince them that you are worth marrying their son. While she's frying the bacon, the mom comes and she's trying to fry the bacon and she thinks that it's pork belly, and I thought that section was really cute. And Devyn is just like, it's not cooked all the way. I'm just like, fix your face. Like, fix your face. People can read social cues and your face is saying like, no. Okay, change that. Work on that, Devan. So Devan makes the eggs. She made scrambled eggs and the mom was like, oh, it's not an omelet? Okay. So she makes the eggs, put it down on the table, and Drusilla has her hand dipping inside the eggs that everyone's going to eat. She's just eating straight from the whole pile of food while she has chopsticks between her toes. So Jihoon says to Devan, Drusilla needs manners. And Devan's response was,
she has manners. She knows how to say please and thank you.
Apparently that's all you need to know, and you're good. That's all manners contain, is just please and thank you. Please and thank you. I don't like talking about people's kids, but if Devan didn't mind people talking about her kid, maybe she shouldn't have brought her kid on TV like that. Because I'm not talking bad about Daniel. No, because that kid knows how to behave. He knows how to handle himself on TV. And even when I talk about May, I never talk about May in any bad light, because May might be an energetic kid, but she doesn't seem to be completely rude like this kid. And Drusilla is probably only a year younger than May. We saw May throughout this whole 90-day series since she was a lot younger than Drusilla till now. And we never got her acting up like this. No. So Drusilla needs some manners, like Jihoon said. Devan asks Jihoon's family, how are they liking the food? Do they like it? And they said, they were honest. They said it's salty. They're not used to that salty food. And she got a little bit disappointed or upset, I guess, because her whole face changed. It's like she wanted to make them an American breakfast, and it didn't come out the way she wanted it to be. She's almost blaming them for the reason why the food that she planned to make wasn't suiting for them. Like, this is not what they're used to. Come on, you didn't try. You tried to make something that you like, not something that they would like. She said something that's kind of snarky towards Jihoon's parents, and Jihoon was supposed to translate it, but he didn't understand fully what she was trying to say. So they pull out the translation app like Paul and Karine, and the parents are like, you see, like if he was gonna marry a Korean girl, this wouldn't be happening because she would know the language. And I'm just like, yeah, he could be marrying an American, and this wouldn't have to be the problem either, because she had adequate time to learn at least a little Korean. Like, come on, Korean is not that hard to learn. I tried learning Korean, and the only reason why I stopped is because I had no one to practice with at the time. So I just, but I still remember a lot of the words. It's not that hard. Put out some effort. I feel like she's not putting out any sort of effort. Now moving on to someone who I feel like they could put a little bit more effort into their situation, Jenny and Sumit. I feel like Jenny could try a little bit. Like, she's visibly inconvenienced. I feel like Jenny could try a little bit more to understand and not make it so obvious that she is uncomfortable. She's washing her hair and she's complaining that the water isn't hot enough because they don't have hot water coming out of the pipes yet. So Sumit is boiling water on the stove. What do you expect? I understand you're used to your life in America, but you knew that this was a possibility when you were moving to India. Nobody forced you to move to India. This was a choice you chose to make. I don't understand why she never asked Sumit to move to America. I know that it's difficult, and maybe it's more difficult for him to move to America than it is for her to move to India. But come on, you were moving to India, you knew what you were signing up for. This wasn't your first time going. So Sumit had something to tell her, and he decided he's gonna take her to this nice little sitting area to drop this information on her. He tells her, I left my job. I wanted to be there while you get acclimatized to this new environment. And she was like, so you don't have a job? Like, no, he doesn't have a job. You've been there long enough to realize that this man has not gone to work. What do you think was going on, Jenny? I feel like you would know, like, why isn't he going to work? He hasn't gone to work. He's been there now for at least a week, at least a week, or maybe 2-3 days. Why isn't he at work? You never questioned that. So he's telling you that he basically quit his job because you were coming and he wanted to be there to help you get adjusted. And she's not thrilled about that because she has limited funds, the $6,000, and she can't work until they get married and he adjusts her status. And that's basically it for Jenny and Sumit for this episode. Speaking of adjustments, another couple that have to make a lot of adjustment in their life because they're no longer single is Ron and Tiffany. So it's Ronald and Tiffany's bachelor and bachelorette party day, and Ron is going out with his friends and Tiffany's laying down the law. She's like, listen, I don't want you getting too drunk. I don't want you going gambling. I don't want you getting involved in any of these nefarious activities that you and your friends be up to, because we can't have you relapsing that fast. You just got out of rehab yesterday. I ain't down with that. So his friend come over and his friend is like, yeah, we're gonna follow all of those rules. You know, we're not even gonna have any girls. There'll be no girls at our bachelor party. Tiffany's like, fine, I hope you keep that. I hope you're telling the truth and you're gonna abide by the rules that I laid down. And he leaves and he got with his friends. So we see Tiffany leaves with Ronald's mom because she doesn't know a lot of people there yet because she's only been there a few times before. And Tiffany walks in and they have like this beautiful little rose ceremony where she walks in and they hand her a rose, each of the guests at her bachelorette party, and she goes in and she sees that they have a surprise for her and she's getting a massage, and she walks in and the women who are massaging them says to take off their shirts, and I'm just like, you see the cameras, right? Like, what are you gonna, you really think these women are gonna take off their shirt? Tiffany is just like, I don't know anyone here like that yet, so I'm gonna keep my shirt on. So they're getting their massage and everything, while Ronald is out there acting like a damn fool, getting drunk as hell and humping a bear keg. Yes, it's gone that far. He's humping a bear keg. And he's like, you know, I'm just a little tipsy. I'm like, no, you whole ass drunk. And while he's there, his same friend who said there would be no girls calls in a stripper. A stripper. A straight up stripper. So the stripper comes in, and you think that Ronald would be like, no, we promised Tiffany there would be no girls. He's just like, you know, Tiffany's gonna kill me if she finds out. Like, if she finds out, you mean when she finds out, you realize there is a television camera. Like, I don't understand these men. Like, they're it's the same thing with Pedro. Like, there's a camera. The show is gonna air. She's gonna know eventually. Homeboy got her, pull down his pants, and have that stripper spank him. I am done. Poor man's Tom Hardy is a damn fool. He knows that his fiance don't trust him, and he's going out and acting a damn fool. And by the way, if y'all don't know, I'm calling Ronald poor man's Tom Hardy because he looks like Tom Hardy if Tom Hardy was just an average dude. Paul and Karine. Well, we didn't see Karine this episode, but we saw Paul. And he goes to speak to a lawyer because he said before he tells Karine, he's gonna find out more about this whole terrorism thing that he's being accused of on these residency papers. So he takes his papers to a lawyer, and the lawyer tells him that it's saying that he has terroristic threats against someone. And he was like, wait, that's a misdemeanor. He just threatened to slash someone's tires in Kentucky. Like, that's nothing in Kentucky. Like, that's not a big deal. That's not actually acts of terror. And the lawyer's telling him, well, they're reading it, they're interpreting it in Portuguese as you were committing an act of terror. So he explained to him that this could take up to a year, it could take years trying to solve this issue, but in the meantime, he'll get to working on all of this. All he's gonna need is all of his criminal records, all of Paul's criminal records. And like, yeah, Paul should already have those. He already got a copy and everything. That should be easy for him to get. So that's really it. Once again, if you like these videos, hit that like button. If you feel like you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.